If you've been waiting to start creating because you don't know how to film, this video is for you.
Most people don't feel like content because they are bad. They fail because they overthink filming. So in this video, I'm not going to overwhelm you. I'm going to show you how to film properly as a beginner using what you already have. Hi, my name is Ella, and this is the first episode of my filming series where I teach you how to create clean, intentional videos without any expensive equipment or stress. This is an evergreen series, so whether you're watching it today or 2 years from now, it is still going to apply. I know I won't be teaching everything at once, but I'd like you to know that each video builds up on the last, and by the end of this series, you'll be a pro at filming. So let's start from the beginning. Section 1, the biggest filming lie. The biggest lie beginners believe is that good videos come from good cameras, but that's not true. Good videos come from clarity and not equipment. If your video is shaky, poorly framed, or distracting, even the best camera won't save it. And if your video is clear and intentional,
even a phone can look professional.
Section 2, what actually makes a video watchable? As a beginner, there are only 3 things you need to focus on when filming. Number 1 is stability. If your video is shaky, people will scroll. In fact, I should add unnecessarily, because sometimes you can use something shaky as your intro. But if your video is unnecessarily shaken, people will scroll. Always rest your phone on something stable. Number 2, clear subject. Your viewers should immediately know what to look at. Are you showing them a brush? In case you're doing a product review, are you showing them the phone? Make sure they are sure of what they're looking at. Are you doing a talking head video and they're looking at your face? Make sure you're correctly in frame and they can see you clearly. Whatever it is, make sure your subject is clearly in view. And if you're doing a talking head video, the subject should be you and not your background, okay? If you're doing a talking head video, the subject should be you. Master the rule of thirds. Do not keep your phone and then you're showing more background than you, or like only like here in your face is showing. You get like the subject is you, so they should be able to see you talk, see your lips move, and all of that. Number 3 is simple framing. If you were listening carefully, you would hear when I mentioned using the rule of thirds. They use it in photography. We also use it in videography. Maintaining the rule of thirds is I probably was rushing when I was setting up, but when you maintain the rule of thirds, you should be in the middle. So imagine here, you were in the middle. So you see, thirds, you're in the middle. So there should be ample amount of space. So in case you have to move, shake your head and all of that, you will still be in view. For now, as a beginner, you don't need fancy angles, setting on the screen, on the ceiling, here. You're a beginner. You're trying to master something and be comfortable at it. So you don't need fancy angles. Just eye level, centered, clean. That's it. Full stop. No more, no less. And this alone will make your videos look 10 times better. Section 3, how to use your phone properly, because yes, our phones are what we are going to be using for filming as beginners, except you're a lapper kid, except you're a rich kid and you're already like got your setup, all of that, which I feel like is not necessary because you still have to learn how to use it. This is very easy if you're beginner and you're just starting from scratch. All you need is your phone, because all you need to do is go to video, clean your camera, and start filming. You don't need so much to learn, so much to start, okay? So we have to learn how to use our phones properly. So let's talk about our phones, because yes, it is enough. Here's how to use it correctly. First things first, use your rear camera. I know most of the time we are always tempted to use our front camera, but I promise you, using your rear camera will give you way better results. It's going to be cleaner, crispier, and overall you just get a nicer video when you use your rear camera than your front facing camera. So always use your rear camera. Number 2, which is actually supposed to be number 1, but I kept it as number 2. Always clean your lens. Make sure you always clean your lens. Before you film a video, clean your lens. When you set your phone on the tripod, clean your lens, because that hassle, you could have touched your lens. You get, always try to make sure that you do not touch the screen and your video is not blurry. You get, make sure you touch it, adjust that, make sure that you can see your subject very clearly. Okay, first, use your rear camera. Secondly, what do we say? Clean your camera. I'm not going to just say your rear camera. Clean your cameras. Make sure they are always clean. Number 3, film at eye level. Film at what? Eye level. So there's eye level, there's when there's above eye level, there's below eye level. Make sure you always film at eye level, because you're talking to the camera and you're not doing so much angle. It's very direct, very simple. So try making sure that majority of what you film is at eye level. As we progress, we'll learn other angles, and then you'll start inculcating that into your videos, and you will learn how to do more things apart from just talking directly to the camera. Okay, this is the first level, and we're trying to get you comfortable so you don't shy away and stop filming altogether. We want everybody to be comfortable and be able to make crispy, clear, sweet videos. Okay, this is 2026. We can't be doing things like we're in 2016, girls and guys, because you always feel left out. So girls and guys, so yes, film at eye level, not too high, not too low. So don't keep your camera in a way that, because you want to keep it at eye level, you now keep it in a way that you have to be stretching your neck like this or like this. So because you kept your camera maybe a little bit too high, so now your neck is like this. You see how this is uncomfortable and it doesn't look natural, because you're trying to talk to the camera like you're talking to your friend. Will you talk to your friend and be talking like this and keep your neck like this? Even if your friend is like tall, you will try to be comfortable so you get like a good advantage when you're talking to your friend. If your friend is short, so you will not just, you will try to get a good advantage when you're talking to the person, like a good, you get, so your neck doesn't hurt. So film at eye level. Make sure you're comfortable. Make sure you sit in a way that supports your spine, and then it should be not too high, it should be not too low, and then you're ready to film. Then our last tip under this section is to make sure your face is well lit. Okay, this video, for the sake of this video, I'm only using my camera. I did not use any added light. I'm not even filming directly in front of a window or a director's. I wanted to make this video and let you know that with just your camera in a well-lit area, you would have a good video. I could have used my extra light to add on to make it brighter, but I wanted to let you see that with just your phone camera, you will get a sweet, clean, crisp, good video, and you don't need to do too much. And I know, because most of the time when I started, I was making a lot of excuses. Oh, I don't have light. Oh, I don't have this. I'm not using an iPhone. You can make do with what you have. You can make do with what you have. Even now that I still have like storage space issues, and I have the way that I deal with it. So if you wanted to, you would. I know people use that statement a lot for like a different thing, but right now, if you wanted to really start creating content and take it seriously, you would. You will not make any excuses, because they are not valid at the end of the day. They might sound valid to you, but that's just procrastination. They are actually not valid. All you need to do is set your camera and film. And I said use a tripod. If you don't have a tripod, my dear, you can still, there are so many other setups which I can teach you if you want. Just let me know in the comment section what you don't have, or how to, I would make a video about it just for you. Okay, so you can keep a chair close to like a well-lit source, maybe the window, so you can get direct light coming in, and then you stack books. You keep maybe a clock clip or something to prop your video or your phone on, and you press record. That's it. If you don't have a tripod, you can still record. Some people go as far as using like seal tapes or sellotape, whatever they call it. So many different things that you can do. You don't necessarily have to use a tripod. I mean, people were making videos before tripod, so they're like being the 8th thing or whatever. So that's it. We're not talking about settings yet. No settings yet. No settings needed. You're ready to film. All you need to do is click film, say what you need to say, and then you move on to the next step. Okay, we're going to take it step by step. And yes, I'm going to be teaching filming, scripting, editing, literally everything you need to know about what filming and content creating. Anything you need to know, just let me know in the comment section, and just let me know in the comment section down below, and I will teach it. I will make a video about it. I will help you understand it better, okay? Because all of us needs to grow. So we're moving on to section 4, why I'm not teaching everything today. I know some of you want lightings, angles, camera settings, all of that. But if I teach everything now, the problem is you won't practice. And I want you to put this into practice. So that's why from the beginning I said, I am not going to overwhelm you. If I start teaching you from this first video, lighting, settings, angles, all of that, it will be too much information for you to take. And before you know, you watch this video, you might even go as far as saving it, but you will not put in the work. Your brain, that's the thing about brain, you have to do things in chunks. So I think you're not used to. You do it small in chunks before it becomes a habit, and then it's now a big piece. But you start in chunks, because if you just try to force yourself and do it as a big piece, your brain, you might fail at it, and then your brain will be scared and be like, oh, this is why I didn't want to do it in the first place, and then you're back to square one. So I want you to be able to practice and actually put in effort to do this thing that you want to do, something that you've claimed that you really want to do, that you love to do, that you want to try to do, okay? I want you to start, I want you to put in the effort, and I really need you to practice and do it. Just like Nike says, just do it. Because filming is a skill you learn by doing and not watching. So today is about starting correctly. In the next episode, I will show you exactly how to frame your shots so your videos look intentional, even in a small room. No fancy setup, just framing that works every time. If you struggle with angles, that video will change everything. If this video helped you, subscribe, because this is a series. And comment below what you struggle with the most when filming. I'll be using your comment for the next episodes. Don't forget to like, share, drop that comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys, I love you. Mwah.